Hello, in this video I would like to talk about storing API keys and passwords and application-wide variables in Ruby on Rails applications. Now here on my screen you can see that I'm logged into GitHub and I have just created an OAuth application in GitHub. And GitHub gave me an API ID and a secret key. So I have a GitHub client ID and client secret key that I can use in my application to log in via GitHub. And I need to add these keys somewhere in my Ruby on Rails application. Now, you don't want to just add these keys in your code, because if you push your code to GitHub or occasionally share it with somebody, then the person will have access to all your secret keys. And it is a real security threat. And GitHub is not the best place to just keep your API keys open to the whole world. So you will want to encrypt your API keys. And to encrypt your API keys in a Ruby on Rails application, you are going to need to use Ruby on Rails credentials. Now, if you go to the official Ruby on Rails guides, in the security section, you will see the custom credentials chapter where you can set credentials and encrypt and decrypt them in the Ruby on Rails application. And now we'll try to do it on practice. So here I have a running Ruby on Rails application. And if I go into the application, I will go to config. And in config, I have this file, credentials.yml.enc. Now, if I open this file, you see it is encrypted. So enc stands for encrypted. I cannot read this. And in this file, this is where we are going to keep all our secrets, our credentials, our passwords, our variables that we don't want anybody to know. So to decrypt and to edit this file, we will first of all stop the server and type editor vim rails credentials edit. And you see it created a master key. And it also says it could not decrypt config credentials via mail. Well, why is it so? First of all, it is so because I had a credentials via mail, but I did not have a password, a master key, to decrypt these credentials. So we have just generated a master key, but this master key has nothing to do with these specific credentials. So now I'm going to delete the credentials, delete the master key, and once again, I'm going to type editor vim rails credentials edit. So you see, it created a credentials YML enc file, it created a master key, and it opened the credentials YML enc file in our terminal in the Vim editor. So now we can edit this file. Now, editing the files in Vim is also a bit tricky. So to be able to edit, you should press I. And you see it gives you insert, and now I can start typing. So, for example, it gives us AWS credentials that we can set. Let's try to set these credentials. So we will have AWS, and in AWS we will have access key ID and secret access key. So we have uncommented these lines, and let's save our changes. So I will press escape. You see, insert disappeared, and now I need to type this sign, WQ, and enter to exit and save the changes. So now let's try to exit these AWS credentials that we have uncommented in our credentials file. Let's start our server, Rails C, and say rails.application.credentials. And what do we get? We get something not nice because I mistyped the word credentials. Credentials, like this. And you see we get an unreadable hash of credentials. But we want to get, let's say, AWS. And here, when I type AWS, we get a hash of the access key ID and secret access key. So let's try to get the AWS access key ID dot AWS dot access key ID. And it does not work because this is not the way you can dig into a hash. To dig into a hash, you can say AWS square braces and access key ID. And here we get this access key ID. And let's also get the secret access key. Here's the secret access key. So this is how you can dig into a hash in Rails credentials and access these credentials anywhere in your Ruby on Rails application if your master key can decrypt the credentials. For example, let's stop the console. I will edit the master key. I'll say hello, save, and I will try to go to the Rails console. And you see, I get an error. The error is message encryptor invalid message because I could not decrypt the credentials via mail. So again, I can remove this hello, and everything's going to work perfectly because the credentials can be decrypted by the master key. Looks nice. Now let's try setting some additional credentials. I'll exit and again open editor VIM Rails credentials edit. And here GitHub gave us a client ID and the client secret. So let's try adding it to our application. Now I will type I, and I will start typing, let's say GitHub, then enter, and you see it gives us some really not nice indentation. Let's say ID, enter, so the indentation is really bad in Vim editor. Now I will fix this, but before I fix it, I will exit without saving. So I press escape, then this sign, Q, exclamation mark, and enter. So I exited without saving, though it says file encrypted and saved. Again, I opened the credentials and you see it did not save. So now to be able to work with the normal indentation as in any text file, you will need to type escape, then like this, set paste, enter, and the letter I. So you see, we get insert, paste. And now I can type GitHub ID. Here I can type the GitHub ID, so the client ID. You can give any names you want. It can be client ID. Then we will have secret. I will copy it and paste it here. Now again, escape, this sign, WQ, enter. And now I can go to our console or into our server and try to access these access keys. So let's try to do it in the server. Here I have a running application, and let's try to display the GitHub access key, for example. So I will go to app, I'll go to one of our views, for example, our layout, application HTML, and here we have the text super Rails app demo. Right under it, I will try to display some credentials. So I will say rails.application.credentials.aws. And here I have the hash of AWS credentials. I can say .github. And inside secret, just secret, I guess. And we get the GitHub secret. Now, of course, it's a bad practice to just display these secrets in your application views. But you can also set application-wide variables or we can say constants in your credentials file. For example, you can set something like a company name. Let's say I will go to editor Vim Rails credentials edit, and I will set a company name. I will add company name. It will be Super Rails. Okay, exit with saving. And now I can display this company name anywhere in our application. So I will say just Rails application credentials, company name. I refresh, and here we see the company name. So you can also use the credentials via mail, not only for passwords, but as a very easy way for setting constants that will be available all around your application. Looks nice. And another thing that we can do is set different credentials for different environments. For example, you can have one set of credentials for your development environment, and other credentials, other API keys, other passwords for your production environment. Let's do this now. So I will again go to our credentials file, editor Vim, Rails credentials edit, and let's say we'll have these keys for GitHub in development or in production. So these are the keys for GitHub in production. And we will have other keys for GitHub in development. Now, you see the indentation wasn't really nice. I will type set paste, enter I, and now development. We will have then GitHub, and we will have client ID, test client, and we will have secret, test secret. I will save, escape, this sign, WQ, enter. And now we can try to go to our console and display different credentials for different environments. Now we have our development environment running, as you can see, and I will go to Rails dot application dot credentials dot production dot production, like this. And we will access GitHub, and inside GitHub we will access secret. So this is how we can dig into a specific credential. Looks nice. And let's access the default credential for our current environment. So instead of the word production or development, we will say credentials, and here we will say rails dot env, so Rails environment to sim. To sim would give us something like production or development with this sign before it. So I press enter, and you see we by default get the test secret because now we are in our development environment. So this is a handy way of setting different environments for different credentials for different environments. So let's save our changes. I'll type exit, get status, and now the one thing that is visible to our clients that we have done is we display the Rails application credentials company name in our views. Let's save our changes and push to Heroku. So git add all, git commit main, add credentials, and git push to GitHub. You see I have a git remote. I have a GitHub repository and a Heroku application. And I will now push to Heroku, git push Heroku main. And I'm going to push to Heroku, -F to force the push. And again, this master key does not get pushed to GitHub, and it is not added to Git. So if you lose the master key, you will not be able to decrypt your credentials. And I recommend to keep the master key somewhere locally. And if you're working together with somebody on your application, you should just simply give them the master key, and they'll be able to edit the credentials also. So now I am pushing to Heroku. Okay, push rejected, failed to compile Ruby app. Let's see why. Because we get active support, message encrypted, invalid message. So to be able to, for it to be able to work on Heroku, we need to also provide the master key to Heroku. So there are a few ways of doing it. The first way would be to go to your dashboard. So I'm going to dashboard.heroku.com. And here I'm going to find this application. It is going to be Super Rails demo. I'll go to settings. And here I have reveal config variables. And here I have Rails master key. Now I have it set here, but it is not the one that we are using in our application. We have this master key. I'm going to set it here. I will edit it. I will input the new value and save changes. Okay, now I'll push to Heroku once again, and we'll see if it works. Git push to Heroku. So this is the first way of adding your credentials to Heroku by going to the dashboard, and in the dashboard, setting Rails master key and adding your master key. Now let's wait for it to push and see if it works in Heroku. A good result will be if on Heroku we manage to display this Super Rails field that is encrypted in our credentials. Okay, we have pushed to Heroku. Let's open the Heroku application. I press open, and you see we have our Super Rails world displayed here. So everything worked. Now another way to push your credentials to Heroku would be if I go to this blog post that I've created previously. Here I have a whole cheat code that you can actually have a look at. And here we have other ways. So we have Heroku config set Rails master key. Basically like this, we can set anything as a master key in Heroku. Let's say Heroku config set Rails master key 123. So we have changed the Rails master key. If I refresh the Heroku dashboard, go to settings, reveal config variables, you see it was set as 123. And the application will naturally not work now because we have set a key that is invalid. So you see we get this application error. And now we're going to set a valid key again. Now we can just go and say Heroku config set Rails master key and add our master key like this. But even a better way would be to type in this command. So this command Heroku config set Rails master key, and it would copy the contents of this file named config master key. So it will go to your application config master key and copy it. So let's do it. I press this command and it set the Rails master key as the one that we have in master key. I will refresh this. I will also type Heroku restart and see if the application works. So it says that the restarting has been complete. I will refresh and I expect the application to work once again. It's loading. And in the meantime, there is one more thing that can be interesting for you to know. So you can have separate credentials for separate environments. By default, you have the credentials YML and master key, but you can have separate files for separate environments. For example, you can say Rails credentials edit for a specific environment. So it would be something like editor VIM Rails credentials edit for the environment development. And if I say so, then it is going to create, you see, a new folder in which we have the development YML encrypted and in which we have the development key that can be used just for the development environment. So this way you can organize your credentials for different environments in the same folder, but in separate files. And you can have a few different keys to decrypt these credentials. And that's about it. So we managed to use the Vim editor. We managed to edit and display different Rails credentials, and we managed to make it work in production and on Heroku. So I hope you enjoyed the video and have a nice day.